Okay, this is the third and last section of Module 5. We're going to be talking about ongoing maintenance when it comes to your energy levels. So make sure you are keeping a close eye on yourself. So the life force check-in, remember this from the last module, right? We went through this exercise. Make sure you are using this practice to check in frequently and totally be honest with yourself. It is not useful to lie and try to make it seem like things aren't as bad as you think they are. Don't try to convince yourself that you're okay if you're not. Your body will not lie to you. And this life force check in will really just help you learn how to trust your body, to trust your energy. And the more that you honor what it is telling you, the more it will be willing to communicate with you. And you'll just have a much better relationship with your whole energetic realm, right? And so when you're doing this exercise, when you notice that you're entering into that reserve territory, that if your score ends up that you're dipping into your reserves, make sure you're adjusting quickly and figure it out right away before things get too far and too deep and you end up getting sick or in a position where you're really not helping anybody at all, including yourself, because you're just stuck in bed or unable to really be present for anyone in your life. Because you, reminder here, are worthy of rest, right? So we've worked on self-worth a lot in the first module of this program. And just remember, you deserve to take care of yourself. You are important. You are the most important person in your life, and you can't be there for anybody else unless you take care of yourself. And truly, any actions that you take for anybody else will never make you more worthy than you are today, because you are just inherently worthy. There is no action that you can take at all that will make you more or less worthy of a human being. So make sure you are taking this time for yourself. You do deserve it. And operating from an empty tank, like I say, it doesn't help anyone, right? And if you are on an empty tank and you're still trying to accommodate everybody else and do things for everybody else, you're more likely to snap at them, to lash out, to really, have disagreements or, really feel bad about maybe some actions that you've taken or words that you've said because you did them out of frustration and out of total exhaustion, probably, right? So you're doing all kinds of internal damage by operating on this empty tank as well, because there is a lot of health and wellness links from, that have to do with mental health, stress that affect your physical body. So you might have a lot of tension, right? There's tension headaches or maybe back pains or neck pains or things like that, that if you're feeling really tense all the time, it's just not good for your health. They're also, heart health and things like that. So stress and sickness are totally linked. So make sure that you're getting the rest that you need. And it might be tough to break these old patterns, right? We've already worked on this, but it'll definitely be worth it. So be willing to be awkward, be willing, for this to be weird and strange, but you have to keep practicing in order to make this a more natural habit of yours that you're developing. So on the other side of this, there's other things to look for. So biological cycles. I know for me, now that I've been tracking things a little bit better, I can tell that there are certain times of the month that I feel different energetically. I know that there are certain times, for instance, when I'm ovulating, when I'm in my ovulation cycle, I don't sleep well for probably 2 nights. I lay awake and I just can't sleep. So I know that I can recognize it. And then I know also that I can plan around these times and maybe not schedule things really heavy around those times so that I can honor the rest that I need and just honor the cycles of my body. So this is something that I advocate for a ton. Like if you are a female and you have cycles that tend to take you down, trying to deny what is happening isn't going to make it go away. So you have to honor what is happening. And yeah, it may suck and you may want to reject it because it doesn't feel good. But honestly, the more that you struggle against it, the worse it feels. So if you can just honor it and accept it, that this is just a normal part of truly biology and what you are and what your body is doing as a female, then you can the acceptance of that will already release some of that stress and pressure and pain and struggling that you might feel at that time, right? And I'm not saying that you need to take off of work or take the day off every single time that you know, face any of these problems, but you can just intentionally reduce just some commitments around that time, right? Just make sure that you're not overloading yourselves around the time that you know things are going to be happening. So there might either be things like big events or holidays or vacations that you take. You hear a lot of people say, you know, I need to have a vacation after my vacation because it's, you know, you're going somewhere where life is totally different. And then you come back home and you need some time to get back into the normal rhythm of things, right? So make sure that if you're taking a week-long vacation somewhere else, that the day you get home, you're not suddenly having to thrust yourself into a whole different, you know, circumstance that you haven't scheduled, you know, lunch with some person and dinner with another person right on the same morning that you get back from this trip. Give yourself some time to either rest and recharge or get the shit done that needs to be done, right? You might have extra laundry then, or some things that you need to take care of when you get home. Give yourself the space and the time to do that without having to feel rushed as soon as you get home. Make that transition a little bit easier on yourself, right? And there might be some other predictable cycles that you have just in your natural life. So one example I have is that maybe, you know, your work is busier at a particular time of the month. So maybe the end of each month, there's an inventory thing that needs to be done, or, you know, whatever it is for your job, that there might be just particular times that are busier than others. So if you know that you're probably going to come home more stressed or more tired or exhausted during these time frames when you come home from work, don't schedule plans on those nights. Leave yourself open to relax, or, you know, to do the things again that fill you up rather than exhaust you. Pay attention to what's happening there. And there's no worksheet again for this section, but maybe just for funsies, just go back to the calendar things that we've looked at and go and see if there's, you know, or look at your current calendar and see what you could remove, or pay more attention and kind of look at your cycles and your things like that. And if you need to make some upcoming calendar adjustments now, if you see something that maybe a month from now is planned in that you're thinking, oh, okay, now that I know, I can see that this could be a problem, then readjust, reschedule, you know, cancel it, move it around, do whatever you need to do right now to support your future self. It's really, really important, and you will really, really appreciate yourself for it. So yeah, no worksheet, but come into the community, come in, lean on your peers for advice, help them out, and just let us know how things are going for you. All right, so that is a wrap on Module 5. So in the next module, we will be getting into the meat of having conversations about boundaries, how to start the conversations with people, what to expect and how they might go, and how to handle their reactions as well. So I will see you there.